follower of all things Nintendo, you'll have learned from last week's Nintendo Direct that a slice of Yoshi's Crafted World action already dropped in the form of a delightfully compact demo that gives you a taste of what's to come in Yoshi's latest adventure. And if you like that, I have great news. There's more where that came from. I've played 2 more levels entitled Poochie's Tape Trail and Deceptive Doors, and it continues to be an absolute delight of a game that plays against all that's dark and dreary elsewhere in the world. Building on the success of Yoshi's Woolly World on 3DS and Wii U, Yoshi's Crafted World continues the idea of a handcrafted world for Yoshi to explore, but ditches the fuzzy of wool and yarn in favour of an arts and crafts style, where paper and recycled goods are king. And it's held together with more tape and elastic bands than a Blue Peter project back in the 90s. That means, like Woolly World, Yoshi's Crafted World is the definition of sweetness, and part of the fun is figuring out what goods we use to make each little element of the game. It blends perfectly with Yoshi's general joyfulness and the almost peaceful quality of the gameplay. All the collectibles you know and love are here, like the red coins and the smiley flowers, and are hidden away within the creases and folds of Yoshi's new world. And I say that often literally, as this game makes use of a new 2.5D world, where you can shoot his eggs into the foreground and background of each world, with the level itself weaving between these areas too, in almost maze-like fashion. That expands the potential for the level design, and the hidden collectibles, greatly, enhancing the puzzle nature of traditional Yoshi gameplay tenfold. For example, the main gameplay element in Deceptive Doors is interacting with doors that you have to spin using your eggs, moving between foreground and background as you attempt to deal with Shy Guys lobbing paper shurikens at you. Half of the puzzle elements involve figuring out which doors have platforms only on one side and turning them to allow you to access new areas, which can be hilariously hazardous when playing on co-op, as is possible with the entire game. It's a neat little trick and gets you interacting with the elements of the level more than any Yoshi game has before. The same can be said for Poochie's Tape Trail. This level, as the name suggests, involves working your way through a complex maze system with your old pal Poochie. Coils of green paper must be unfurled to open up paths to new areas, which eventually reveals a level that twists and turns in and upon itself against a backdrop where papery clouds are suspended on visible string. The only thing that holds Yoshi's Crafted World back is the inevitable comparisons to another papercraft title, Tearaway. The PS Vita title, and later Tearaway Unfolded on PS4, was the game to absolutely nail the papercraft world, complete with the ability to edit, change, and even add your own elements to it. But despite the Switch's amazing touchscreen, there's no element of that so far, and the level I've played through almost lack the density of the papercraft elements that made Tearaway so memorable. Levels in Crafted World can feel a bit sparse, and although it's oozing with charm, it's like the papercraft elements haven't been pushed far enough. I was almost hoping that Yoshi's Crafted World might take some elements from other games that utilise this kind of idea, even if we go beyond Tearaway, such as Paper Mario or The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. It's rare that I want a game to take on elements of other titles, but it feels like Yoshi's Crafted World could push on beyond the confines of a classic Yoshi title a little more. It does help that for half the game you'll be exploring the rear side of the levels, although it's not yet confirmed if you'll be playing the rear side of all levels or just some of them. It offers a slightly different challenge to the front version. Poochie's Tape Trail Reverse, for example, gets you hunting down Poochie's 3 puppies, and rather than having to find collectibles, you're basically asked to find the 3 pups as quickly as possible. It's from this rear view though that you get an amazing look at how the levels are put together, literally with paper and tape. You'll see the cereal boxes and milk cartons that have been used to make platforms, the little juts that keep the hedges standing, and even the Shy Guys holding up butterflies on sticks. It's all utterly adorable, and there's no denying that. This will be a wonderful addition to the Switch library, especially as a family-friendly co-op experience. I just expected it to do a little more than rely on the cute appeal.